I'm back at the pond again, and here we are. You can see it's covered in duckweed. And duckweed, it's just this little plant here, and see these little leaves? It's just a leaf. This one's hanging upside down, but there's a leaf and a root, and it just floats in the water. And duckweed gets stuck to absolutely everything. Any bird that comes down here will get little particles of duckweed attached to them. And the thing about duckweed that's interesting is that duckweed divides by what's called mitosis. And mitosis is where cells literally split in half. One leaf will turn into two leaves sitting on the water, and they just float. But because of that, one leaf gets attached to a bird. The bird, I found a few in the bird bath, and one leaf gets in, and the next day you've two leaves or three leaves. Each one splits in half, and so in a very short time you end up with this carpet. But anyhow, here's what I really wanted to look at. This is an old water lily, and you can see the lily pads here. It's only a small one, you can see they're not that big, but I've had this for years. And look, today this is what it looked like that earlier, and here's one that just opened today. It's beautiful. It doesn't have a strong scent or anything like that. And what happens is it attracts certain kinds of beetles, and the beetles go in there into the middle, and the flower closes up around them. It kind of keeps them prisoner at night, and then in the morning it opens up again when the sun comes out, and the beetles fly away and they go to another water lily somewhere, or maybe on the same pond, and they fertilize it. But unfortunately I've only one water lily plant at the moment, but it's a beautiful one, a little nymphea. But this one can get pretty big when it wants to. The flowers are always roughly around the same size, but it's a lovely plant, and the water lily really brightens up a pond. I think it's lovely. But there's a few interesting ones, small ones called Pygmea, Nymphea Pygmea, and they're pygmy water lilies, and you can actually put them in like tiny tubs in your window. And what happens with the pygmy water lily is you can actually basically create a little pond on your windowsill. The trick is not to have too much sunlight on it all day. This pond gets covered in shade after about the middle of the day. It'll be all shady. So, and of course the duckweed protects it as well from too much algae getting onto it. The duckweed prevents the sunlight getting into the water and the algae growing in the water. So duckweed is a good thing. And water lilies as well, the pads, when they spread out, some of them cover everything, and they won't let anything in the way of too much sunlight, and that keeps the water fresh and clear. But here we go, a nice little pond scene, and underneath are the tadpoles, and hopefully we'll catch up with them again.